I reached the final chamber. It was a fortress made of hardened clay and dung, smelling of ammonia. In the center, resting on a pedestal of bone, was the Venom Heart, a glowing green gem pulsating with raw energy. But guarding it was the Lord. A rhinoceros beetle the size of a city bus. It was a living tank. Its armor was thick black chitin, scarred from 1,000 battles. Its massive horns swept back and forth like a radar. He saw me. He roared, a sound so deep it shook the stalactites loose from the ceiling. He charged. It was like watching a freight train derail. He gathered speed, his heavy feet cracking the stone floor. I raised my rifle and fired. The bullets sparked off his armor like they were pebbles. Useless. He hit me. I tried to dodge, but his horn clipped my side. It felt like being hit by a wrecking ball. I flew across the cavern, smashing into the rock wall. I heard my ribs shatter again. I hit the ground, coughing blood. My vision blurred. The thermal sight flickered. I couldn't stand. My human body was broken. The Beetle Lord turned, pawing the ground, preparing for the killing charge. I'm dead, I thought. This is it. No! The voice in my spine screamed. It wasn't a whisper anymore. It was a command. We are not dead. Submit. Evolve. Heat. Unbearable molten heat exploded in my back. It felt like someone had poured lava into my veins. My skin tore open. The sound was wet and tearing, like fabric ripping. From my back, through the muscle and bone, 4 massive, jagged insect legs erupted in a spray of blood and black ichor. I screamed, but it wasn't a scream of pain. It was a roar of power. I arched my back as the new limbs unfolded, sharp as spears, dripping with slime. I stood up. I wasn't a biped anymore. I was a hexapod, a monster. The Beetle Lord charged. I didn't dodge this time. I used the 4 new legs to vault over him, moving with the speed of a nightmare. I landed on his back. His armor was thick, but my new limbs were made of the Queen's own obsidian. I raised 2 of my new spear legs and drove them down with the force of a hydraulic press. Crack! The shell gave way. I drove the sharp tips into the soft flesh underneath. beast thrashed, smashing into the walls, trying to crush me, but I was part of him now. I ripped his armor plate back with a sickening crunch and drove my human hand, now a claw, into his exposed vitals. I pulled out his life force. The giant beast convulsed, let out one final hiss, and collapsed. Silence returned to the deep. I stood there, panting. The 4 giant legs on my back twitched, cleaning the blood off themselves instinctively. My human legs felt distant, secondary. I walked to the venom heart and picked it up. It hummed, syncing with the parasite on my spine. The pain was gone. The fear was gone. I returned to the queen. She was waiting on her throne. I held out the heart. I brought it, I said. My voice had changed. It was raspier, darker. It sounded like 2 stones grinding together. She looked at me. She looked at the blood on my chest and the magnificent, deadly legs protruding from my spine. She didn't take the heart. She bowed. I didn't ask you to retrieve it for me. She smiled, her eyes glowing with pride. I asked you to retrieve it for yourself. The soldier serves, but the king rules. She stepped aside. Behind her throne, a massive tunnel spiraled upward. At the very end, miles above, I saw a dot of pure white light. The surface. Go, she whispered. Take the swarm. I walked past her. I looked at the light. Then I looked at the shadows behind me. Millions of centipedes emerged from the cracks, chittering, waiting for my order. They weren't scary anymore. They were my army. I touched the armor plating that was beginning to grow over my human chest. I wasn't human anymore. I was something better. The surface is soft, I whispered, my new legs clicking against the stone floor. It needs a spine. I began to climb up toward the sun, and behind me, the sound of 1,000,000 legs followed. Click-clack, click-clack.